So let me share with you a few tips when it comes to motor vehicle repair. Now, motor vehicle repair is broken down into two parts. You have the labor and you have the parts, the costs for the parts. Now, oftentimes you can save yourself some money on the part. Now, based on my experience being at a garage, there are about 3 different ways in which you can purchase parts. One, you can purchase it yourself. Two, you can give the mechanic the money to purchase the item. Or three, the mechanic can bill you for the item, whether I have it in-house or whether I purchase it directly from his business account or from his personal money. Now let me deal with the first one. Now, if you go to the garage and you find out what parts needed for your vehicle, what you can simply do, the first option is that you can seek to purchase the parts on your own by yourself. So what are you going to need? You're going to need the model vehicle, the year model vehicle, and you're going to need the chassis number. So if you have those 3 information, it will make it actually easier for the auto parts store to find the parts that you need for the vehicle. If you look at your fitness, that fitness card that you have, it has the engine number, chassis number is actually on that little sheet that you got from the depot. So you look on that, go through the directory, you call the parts stores, and most likely they're going to ask you for the chassis number. You give them the chassis number. When you give them the chassis number now, here's another breakdown. What you're going to ask for is genuine and non-genuine. The genuine parts usually more expensive than the non-genuine. Right? Now when it comes to non-genuine, you have Japanese, you have Chinese, and you might have Korean. As best as possible, stay away from Korean and Chinese parts. Back in the days, we used to buy Japanese parts. So the Japanese are the next best thing when it compares to the genuine parts. Now, don't be afraid to call the dealers, because the best part for your car is actually the genuine parts. Most persons are afraid of the dealers because they think that the price might be sky high. But trust me, sometimes you get some very competitive price. And if anything I would recommend for your vehicle is to get the genuine parts. If you can't get the genuine parts, I never mentioned this part before, get used genuine. You can't do that for all the parts though. But if you can't get the genuine new, buy genuine used. If you can't get the genuine used, then try to get the Japanese parts. And a very good brand that I usually use on my vehicle is the 555. It has 3 5s on the bag, and that is one of the good non-genuine brand. It's usually Japanese made. Right? So again, get the chassis number, call around, call auto parts stores, call the dealership as well, get the costing for the parts, and that is one way in which you can actually reduce the amount of money that you spend on parts. Car parts are expensive, and as businessmen, let me be honest, if they can find a way in which they can capitalize in terms of making profit, that's what businessmen do, right? Unless you have a very excellent relationship with them, they might pass on some of the savings to you, but that is going to be important. Oh, and finally, if you go to buy the parts, ask for discount. It might not be significant, but you probably get a 5% discount, right? So make sure you do that, and you can save yourself some money if you have the time. Otherwise, you probably would have to give the mechanic the money or ask the mechanic to just buy the parts and bill you for it. I hope this helps. All right, bless.